technically things here are cheap, right? But your expense habits are gonna change where you're gonna end up spending more than
more
what
than
you're
what you
used to.
used to
So
spending.
when I say, things are expensive, it's just the habit that changed, right?
Yeah.
The other day, my man Joe gonna laugh. I had ordered mashed pancake. I don't know if those of you, if you know, you know. And the show is like 50 cities. Joe gave me a
Wait,
let
what?
me finish.
What?
Joe gave me a lecture for like, he's like, yo, there's a lady around the corner that sells
Said, yeah, you
sells
could.
fancy dog food. Man, throw that bitch in a blender and pour ideal milk on it.
And just do it.
And it'll cost you 10 cities.
Diamond page where stories collide. Love and life, we take the ride. Economy stirs, society hums. Grab your seat.
All right.
The future
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Diaspora Connect. I got my brother here, Africa Lim. Today, we're just going to catch up. We're going to continue from where we left off the last time. What's today? You guys are still doing your Flip Africa on Tuesdays
Yeah,
on
Flip
TikTok?
Africa on Tuesdays, yeah.
Make sure y'all tune in on TikTok Live. Today, we kind of just want to talk about the last time we spoke about, maybe a little bit of the differences in culture for those living here and those on the outside. But today, I want us to talk about the transition, what it took for you and I to be here, just in case if somebody else on the other side thinking about coming out here, maybe they could kind of, follow our footsteps or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy you say the other side. When you say that, my mind drifts into where they coming from. They coming from space. From the other
I
side.
mean, that's how they look. Listen, man, when you over here, when you step outside and they hear you talk, they over look at you like, oh man, this guy, he's from the other side.
Yeah, it's the judge. It's judgmental, but you get used to it after a while. It's not that big of a deal no more.
Do you know how many people tell me I'm not a Ghanaian? Even my own friends. Some of them may be in the studio right now. You know what I'm saying? That tell me, oh, this guy, you're not a Ghanaian. You didn't grow up here. You didn't eat rice and gari and groundnuts with us. And that's actually my favorite snack. You know what I'm saying? But
Rice,
gari, soaking, man.
yeah.
They try to get me to
quick whip up real quick.
you know what I'm saying? I got my Kivo special at the crib, man, but no, Kivo not giving us money. So
I'm about to say, I'm not. I like it. I like to do it myself because I like to put all the milk in mine. Whip it up real fast.
So tell me. So when did you come down? What year did you officially?
When COVID hit, that's when the transition took place.
All right. So what would you say was a deciding factor? It was like, okay, I'm gonna make the move.
Okay, my pops passed. That was the deciding factor. And then my man Moringa King, he came down here, opened up a water factory, and he's doing the farming on the moringa.
Okay.
And he tell me like, yo, listen, man, Ghana is where it is. And man, I'm like, man, this man right here, man.
So you had somebody that kind of encouraged you to do it, right? So we gotta do the same thing for.
Yeah, but see, in his instance, he's been coming since 2012. So he already had the footsteps already in place when he came. With me, when I came, it was more so 30 December, it's party season, let's vibe. But, reality hits you pretty fast when you realize that, yeah, the dollar is something, but then as you in these party
Ghana
scenes
streets,
and you realize like,
December and that dollar be like.
And I respect the Ghanaian guys, the Ghanaian boys that here that do their thing on a daily basis. That's a humbling experience.
You can't outstun a Ghanaian, yo. If a Ghanaian want to show out,
he will.
It's like it'll give you a reality check. If these boys really want to be in the streets when they want to show out,
and they do their thing, but we're not gonna veer off topic. But the thing is, moving back to Ghana, the good thing was one, like I said, peace of mind, and then being a black man in America, that's a struggle on its own. Anything is capable of happening to you at any given time. So moving back to Ghana, you get a peace of mind. Actually having a conversation with the cops. That's one thing I never thought I'd be able to do. Like just, you see a police officer, you kick in with a police officer.
I want to make sure you guys catching this because I mentioned the friendliness of Ghana Police Services almost every time when a conversation of the diaspora in Ghana comes around, right? I feel like people don't appreciate Ghana Police, right? I get it, right? I'd rather give a dub, a band, and I could go home and sleep
And you know you safe.
lovely, right? I have never came across a police officer in Ghana where I feel like my life is threatened.
Positive.
You know what I'm saying?
Positive.
And that alone is a luxury that, I think Ghanaians take for granted.
And then
You know what I'm
no
saying?
one should take this out of context. It's not that
I'm
it's
not
a
saying I'm
bribe.
giving any police
You get what I'm
accent.
saying? That's not what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's saying just to meet someone. And let's say if I meet a police officer, I'm at the bar or something like that. Just the conversation he gives me, he makes me feel at ease that, look, I'm not going to step out this bar and be worried about him jacking me up or anything of that sort. You get what I'm saying?
I think, it is going to sound funny. How we feel with the police here, I think it's how the white people feel with the police back home. Because they're here to serve us. You know what I'm saying? And you can question them without feeling like I see the white people be going off on the police back home, and nothing happened to them.
And
Let me try that.
nothing is gonna
My
happen to
face is
them.
going to be on the pavement.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
salute the Ghana police. You guys, you guys do a wonderful job. Yeah, man. Respect. Big respect to you guys.
Big shout out.
But I'm just thinking about it. I was just thinking about an incident that happened. But big up to Ghana police officers. But the working in the U.S. This one thing you always have to remember. End of the month, the bills that's due.
All of them.
You get what I'm saying? Insurance, all these bills that you have to pay for, Social Security, even though it's not a bill, but it's a bill. You get what I'm saying? Medicare, all these wild things you have to pay for. Coming home, when I say peace of mind, what people should understand what I mean by peace of mind is knowing that your life is in your own hands and you control your destiny.
Peace.
It's no worrying. You not scared that, I woke up late. I'm gonna get fired from my job. Listen, the freedom, the entertainment, the stress-free, whatever you could think of that brings you joy.
So that's really what's waiting here for them, right? What I want us to focus on today is what it took for us. So I'll go first, so that I'll kind of put it in perspective. So I also came out here during COVID, kind of like what you said, right? But I was also coming before COVID, but like the Dirty Decembers, the turn-up sessions and all that other stuff. So I was coming for vacation. But when I first came, when I decided to stay, the longest I stayed my first time was for 6 months. Okay. And I was working for a company. And I'm not going to mention their names or nothing like that, but they had acquired another company that had an office in the UK, the MEA division, Middle East, Asia, whatever. And during the transition, a lot of the people in the UK had quit. So we ended up having a whole lot of clients in Europe that was very hard for us to service because of the time difference. Okay. So it was either I'm waking up super early in the morning to try to be on Zoom calls with them or whatever. So I had told my manager, like, yo, my parents are in Africa. Like, yo, it's only like a 2-hour time difference or an hour difference. I don't mind. I'll go to Ghana for a couple of months and, until we get stuff situated. So that was really what pushed me to come the first time. So when I came, I ended up staying for 6 months. Okay. During that time I was here, I got the accounts in order. I even had to go to Europe once or twice to check up a few things. And then we finally got a whole office set up over there. So when that got set up, well, it was cool for me to be here when you needed me.
But now that everything has changed.
So you can't be like, all right, we need you to come back. But they never say I couldn't come back. They never say, yo,
you could stay.
I could stay or whatever the case may be.
It was just that you already knew what time
I already knew. And while I was here and managing accounts in Europe, I still had accounts back in the US. Yeah. So my whole thing with me was and with the remote environment, if anyone is working remote, I'm not saying find out where your company guidelines are.
Yeah.
I'm not saying dip out on your company, but it's really more important when you work remote. Most companies or leaderships, they care more about if your work is being done. If your clients are
Happy.
happy, right? And you want to keep yourself out of the target, out of the radar.
Yeah.
Just make sure everything is done. So when I was done, they didn't really need me here anymore. I went back. I went back for like another 6 months. After 6 months, I came back. I was like, I already set up a situation where I knew how to work from over here.
Okay.
So I already laid the foundation. I had told them I was coming. I didn't tell them how long I was going to stay. So that second go around, I ended up staying. I think I ended up staying for 8 months before I went back. So it was on and off like that for I did it for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if you work remote, now it's gonna be difficult. If you work remote, there's a lot of right now since COVID, we became a remote first world,
but now
right?
now you already know who's trying to reverse
Exactly.
all of that thing.
Exactly. So if you work in a remote environment, there's a lot of tools that you can use. Like you can hit me up in the DM comment section. I reach out. I have your whole situation set up. You spoke about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Where
Matter of fact, yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
where
It'll look like it's supposed to look
I
like.
will digitally have you wherever you need to be, where you can be where you need to be at.
Yeah.
But if you're working remote and you want to, like work from another country or travel while you work, I think the most important thing is make sure your work is in order, so you're not messing up with your business. You're not putting your business, your company in a funny situation. And the second most important thing is, I think in this field it's going to be very difficult. If you're working in a field that has to do with security, security, finance is going to be hard because West Africa is looked at funny. We have,
the label is already there, so it's hard to.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the finance, we got some people that do what they do that label this region of the world like the hot cake. So if you're in that field and you don't let your company know you're out here and they found out, you're probably gonna get got like right off the rip. So I wouldn't recommend you do that if you're in those fields. But if you're just in like customer service, maybe something tech or whatever, you should be able to work anywhere. I would say talk to your company and let them know. Try it out for a few months. So those of you who are thinking about it, you don't know.
But don't they have that in the guidelines already? Let them.
Some of them do, but what's the number one problem with people? We don't read.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes the rules are not printed out black and white. They may say, I think with my last company, you could go and work anywhere because we were a remote first company.
Okay.
Right? But I think after a while, they changed the guidelines. Say you can't work outside of the United States for more than 90 days. Right? So it's fine. Come and do your 90 days. Go back and come back.
Come back and do your 90 days.
Come do your time. But just figure out a way to do it. Now, when you get here, which you can say, you got to find something going on over here. If you're just living in Ghana, your expenses are going to go up. Believe it or not, I actually spend more money here than I do back home, right? Because I can easily go out, especially in December, right? 5 bands will go, right? I'm talking cities, right?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I was on the other side that I go out and spend $500 on something that I didn't plan for.
But see, when we say expenses go up, right? So what we have to explain is most of the time things over here I'm talking about like your accommodation. So the house already paid for. You get what I'm saying? So expenses, that's what I look at. Food, especially. So if you don't have the taste for African cuisine, please start trying it before even relocating. You get what I'm saying? You have people that come and say, oh, your food is too spicy. Oh, what? Yo, listen, you wanted to come here, so you should have started.
When in Rome, you must do as the Romans.
Yes, you should have started, tasting the food and what you like, what you don't like. And those that have allergic problems, please, when you go to these restaurants, please notify them. Or better yet, just stay home.
I'll
Hire
be
you a
out here
chef.
looking like
Let the chef come cook
Will Smith from
on
Hitch.
Let the chef come home and cook for you, and then you be surprised. It's not that expensive to, to call a chef to come cook for you.
Yeah. So when I said, things are expensive here, I don't necessarily mean like technically things here are cheap, right? But your expense habits are gonna change where you're gonna end up spending more than what you're used to. So
spending.
when I say, things are expensive, it's just the habit that changed, right? The other day, my man Joe gonna laugh. I had ordered mashed pancake. I don't know if those of you, if you know, you know. And the show is like 50 cities. Joe gave me
Wait, what? What?
Joe gave me a lecture for like, he's like, yo, there's a lady around the corner that sells fancy dog crew. Man, throw that bitch in a blender and pour ideal milk on it.
And just do it.
And it'll cost you 10 cities. But sometimes we get accustomed to, I don't want to say being lazy or whatever, but then you end up, the way I look at it in my head is like, all right, 50 cities is like $4.50, right? But when he said it, then it started registering in my head like, yo, that don't make no sense.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how.
Plus delivery,
I went and picked it up. But that's how the mindset worked though. So those who are coming here for the first time, you got to be mindful of your expenses. Otherwise, before you know it, your expenses are going to rack up.
Pile up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing I'm going to say. The next thing that I'm going to say that is important if you're making a transition, try to start some type of business, right? You can
and that's the way to go.
You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why I talk about the expenses, Ghana is not fun when all you're doing is spending money. You got to have some money coming in in Ghana as well. It took me about a year for me to, get something going when I first came. Because I'm like, man, I got the bread. I'm getting U.S. paycheck, whoop-de-whoop.
And that's the downfall.
That is the downfall. You know what I'm saying? So I have a saying. If you want to make it as a foreigner living in Ghana, right? Mm-hmm. You have to live like a Ghanaian while still maintaining your foreign status.
Yes.
If you are able to do that, you're going to get best of both worlds. You're going to be able to save. You're going to be able to establish maybe one or two businesses on the side and get going. Like I live, I'm not telling you where I live at, in a moderate area where my rent is paid off 1 year at a time, right? I could live at Airport Hills. I could live at East Legon, whatever,
But
right? But it's stupid. That's like me
living in New York,
bringing my foreign expenses back to Ghana. That don't make no sense.
Living in Manhattan.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Accra is not all that big. Yeah, it's traffic, but whatever. I got a car. I can drive wherever I need to go. Yeah. So if you can kind of like make those little differences, you'll be cool. I'm really open. I've been preaching mentorship since I think for like the last month or so. It's been something that's been on my mind. If anyone is really serious, thinking about coming to Ghana,
last time too, the mentorship and
so the mentorship it just doesn't go like it can be for anything. If you're thinking about Mo, Liam, y'all been in Ghana for like 4 or 5 years now. I'm thinking about doing it. What's up? Help me out. What do I need to do and all that? If you don't bite, you know what I'm saying? Hit us up. Get us in the DM. Put in a comment section, you know what I'm saying? We'll hit you up. We'll help you. Listen, we want y'all to come home, you know what I'm saying? So that way we need backup because dealing with Mr. Jabil and Mr. Omay, they be coming for me. You know what I'm saying? And when they see a lot more of us willingly want to come home and then enjoy the life, it's cool. So now I did say I was working, right? So that's the what's the name?
That's the goal. Is to come establish something, and trust me, you will like it.
So the last thing I want to say was I haven't worked since January, right? Okay. So to my village people, leave me alone. I'm not working, right? But this is when having a business comes in handy. It was cool when I was getting a U.S. paycheck.
Because you weren't looking to
No, I'm saying, but I think the best move I made was establishing a business while I was here.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm still here. You get what I'm saying?
Now you get to focus more on your business than
Exactly.
you used to. Yeah, man. So that's a plus.
We're doing podcasts and stuff now. So I mean, so that's how my transition was. So if you want to kind of give me a little bit of
So mine, when I first came, my transition it wasn't easy because, like I said, it was just a party.
damn,
Business was not.
I was trying to make it
focus at
look
all.
professional. I kept that part of my story.
Yeah, you gotta tell them I wasn't even trying to. And then, like I was saying, like my man Moringa come, oh yo, let's go here. Then we there. But you see, I started seeing what he was doing. Yeah, he was partying, but like I said, he already had set the groundwork
That's
for
important.
himself.
Yep.
So, I'd be like, yo, he said, oh, yo, now I'm going to my water factory real quick. I'm like, what? He'd be like, oh, yo, come check it out. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to come check it out. But when we going out again? But see, after all the partying and you realize, like, yo, the money is going. You have nothing to show for it. That's when reality hit in, like, yo, you know what? I got to start something. That's how the restaurant idea came about. And even building and starting a restaurant, it wasn't that easy because, like I say, fluctuation of the dollar to city value. So you start something, and then you've given yourself a budget that, you know what, with $30,000, I'm gonna build this, I'm gonna do this, and then you realize, like, yo, one bag of cement is going from, let's say, 50 cities, and then the following day you're gonna go buy some more bags. They're telling you, it's 60.
That's crazy. Since I've been here, I think if the price been from 50 is like what 80 something or 90 cities somewhere.
Yeah,
now.
right now it's at 92 because I just bought some
that's
a few
crazy.
days ago.
In a 4 or 5 year period, it's almost 100% markup.
Yeah. So by just looking at when I came, it was 1:5.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I remember it went all the way up to 1:20.
I remember
And then
those days.
now
I was living a life.
Now it's down to 1:12, 1:13.
Yeah.
So but once the restaurant was done and once I was getting money coming in, and I realized, like, oh, okay, you know what? I could do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I could move how I want, how I want to move. And, things became easier and easier. And the opportunity is beautiful. But you see, when you're telling someone that the opportunity is here, they don't believe it.
Big
So I
facts.
like to tell them, come for yourself. Just come for 2 weeks, and look for things that you like to do. So basically, just give yourself a little chat saying, yo, I want to see this, I want to see that, because we have a lot of natural resources, especially the shea butter, the black soap that people use back in the
home,
Western world for, a lot of
made
products.
here, yep.
Yes. So you could come here, buy it for cheap. Even if you like, you could box it up and do everything
Box
over
it
here.
up,
And then
package
ship
it,
it back to
whatever
yourself.
way you want. Yep.
And
big
then
facts.
get whatever it is that you price or market your thing at, and you're good to go. And even now, a lot of Ghanaians over here are doing it. I just bought that's a lady. Oh, I can't even think of her name. I bought a soap for her. It was black soap. She
Telling
boxed
you,
it up. It
man.
looked real good. Now, mind you, I got a jar of black soap. But I
crib.
ended up buying this lady's black soap.
Packaging,
One bar of soap
packaging
for
and branding
25
is
cities.
very, very, very
And I'm looking
important.
like, yo, I bought this whole jar of black soap for 40 cities.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So it's a way to make it over here. And at the end of the day, now y'all got to remember, look at what's going on in the Western world. They telling you, go back to the country in which you originated from. A lot of us, fortunately, we know where we come from because of
I was
where
already
our
here
parents
before that bullshit
are
started.
from. So now just keep it in mind. The time is coming where, I keep telling people this, where Africans that are abroad, when you coming back, we're going to deny you entrance. We don't want you no more because we are self-sufficient in what we using. So the time is now. Gradually, I'm not forcing you. I'm not telling anybody to come back, but gradually pay attention to what's going on. Because listen, y'all better hope I don't hold no position in power and they put me over the airport or
Listen,
something.
man.
Certain people, I'm not going to let come back.
If Lee won't let
JT, You one of them. JT.
If Lynn won't let you, I'm gonna sneak over through the back door, man. I want everybody to come home, man, for real.
Yeah.
But not. So your restaurant, tell people where your restaurant is at. Tell them about that secret menu you was telling me about earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they need to come and support. You feel me?
Name of the restaurant is called One Ghana. It's located in Spintex, directly opposite Petrol Salt Filling Station. So that's the landmark you need to use. But when you're using Bolt, Yango, what's the other one? Uber. Yeah, you just type in One Ghana. It brings you directly. You know what? I've never seen an app for that one, the Shatsy.
I think it has an app, I hope.
But it brings you directly to the restaurant. Due to the fact that Dirty December is coming, we're gonna start the live band every Friday. Basically, the menu is affordable. It's made. We serve fufu, banku, TZ, rice balls, jollof rice, fried rice, grilled tilapia. And if we don't have it on the menu, all you have to do is just reach out to us, let us know what you like, and we just make it. I have a delivery guy bring it to you. So later on, we'll be. I have my delivery guy actually bringing some food over for us to try, so you guys get to see what it is. And if you would like to call the number, for ladies, I'm giving discount to the ladies when you order. So feel free to call. The number is 024-080-3298. That's my direct line. You can order for me directly.
Hey, yo.
Ladies.
Listen, I was just about to be like, yo, for anyone supporting the business, call the number. He said that's his direct number. Fellas, I can't help you with that.
Ladies, I'm giving y'all a discount. Yo, no lie. You get what I'm saying? When you order, I'm giving you a special discount, ladies. So just reach out. And when I say that on WhatsApp, not WhatsApp, text me. Text
late nights, right?
No late nights.
Pretty Ricky
business hours. Please, business hours is 11 till 10. That's the business hours, 11 to 10. But now, fellas, you order. If it's your first time ordering, living in the Accra area, I'm giving you a special discount, and then delivery is half off. So basically, if you try, and this is my thing, if you try my food and you don't like it, money back guaranteed. That's how confident I am. Money back guaranteed.
But what if I eat everything first, though?
That speaks volume for itself. If you within your first three bites, you should know.
Food tastes different when you're hungry, though. So I might eat the whole thing, then I'm full. Now my senses and my taste buds is coming back, and I'd be like, "Yo, damn, lean." So,
but now check this out though. I don't care how hungry an individual is, right? When something is nasty, by the third bite, you should be able to tell, like, yo, look.
Privilege, man. You silver spoon.
You get what I'm saying?
Man. You ain't never starved before. You feel me?
How you know that?
Listen, man. Listen, when you're hungry,
I could tell someone that's silver spoon. They behind the camera. I know. When I see it, I already know. You get what I'm saying? So, matter of fact, I'm gonna even do one even better. While we live, I'm gonna call. What would you like?
What's today's menu?
Today's menu, we have TZ, we have rice balls, fufu bankun. Fufu. Yo, see, fufu, the trip, because you see the weather's hot right now. The weather's hot. So, anything? All right. So, I'm gonna just place, like, some other people coming, right? So, I'm gonna have, like.
Yeah. The guys are coming. We're gonna shoot the sports. Malik is coming. So Shorty coming too, right?
Yeah, so yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna have some grilled tilapia with banku. Yeah, grilled tilapia and banku. I'm gonna order some jollof. I'm gonna tease it. I don't know. Tease it.
Listen, man, I'm gonna need my boys, so that's light work for me.
I mean, it's my man Moringa is on live right now.
Yo, big shout out to all the people on live, man.
Yo, he just demolished six balls of TZ.
Damn.
6.
Damn. So those on live, man. Let us know what you're thinking about the conversation. If you guys have some topics or some stuff you want us to touch on, let us know. This is the Diaspora Connect. The goal for this is my goal is to just connect the diaspora. So let us know, and we'll talk about it next time. We're out. We'll let y'all know how the food tastes on the next episode. Peace.
Diamond page where stories collide. Love and life, we take the ride. Economy stirs, society hums. Grab your seat, the future drums. A diamond page, oh let's engage. Every topic, every stage. Borderlines blur, but hearts stay true. Diamond page is all for you. The brass is bold, the groove runs deep. Thoughts to ponder, truths to keep. Snap your fingers, feel the flow. Diamond page now.